Hello there and welcome back to Pallegney. So I've been keeping myself busy this morning by topping up the water for our greenhouses, and this final load here is for our potato processing plant. You may have noticed that we have a different water tank here. I decided to upgrade the water tank as the smaller one could only hold 8,000 litres. And I didn't want to spend too much time driving backwards and forwards to the river, constantly filling up with 8,000 litres. So I upgraded the water tank to one that can hold 18,000 litres. While the water is emptying, I'm going to see what we have to get done today. I know we have a few fields to harvest and some hay to bale up and collect. So while this is emptying, let's take a quick look. So in terms of fields, we have our oat in this field to harvest. We have our sugar beet to harvest. And we also have our sorghum to harvest. So what I think I'm going to do is attack the oat field first with our harvester. Once I've done the headland of that, and an AI worker is on their way, completing the rest of the field, I will rent the beet harvester for this field here and get the red beets harvested, and then I will attack the sorghum field with the harvester once it's done with the oat field. And while the AI is doing that, I will get the straw in this field baled up, and then we will get the straw collected in this field and the fields that we harvested last month. So that's the plan for today. Quick check on our animals. Take a look how they're doing. So our chickens, they could probably use a little food. So I'll get those fed first off. Okay, so the chickens have been fed and our harvester is over at the oat field. So let's get our header attached to the harvester, get the harvester unfolded and start harvesting these oats. Our small tractor is on its way over here with the trailer. So once we are filled up, we will be able to empty the harvester. Let's see how many oats we get from the headland here. Yeah, I took as much care of this field as I could, so we should be getting the maximum yield from it. Although I do think that this field doesn't yield as well as the other field because of the soil type with precision farming. So we'll see how much we get. The yield so far, not looking too good. Hoping that we get the required amount that we need to complete the VIP contract. Let's see what that is again. So 41,000 litres. I'm not sure that we're going to get that from here. So we will see once we're complete. Okay, so our harvester is making great progress over on the oat field. with the oats. I don't think we're going to get the 41,000 that we need to complete the VIP order, so we're going to have to scavenge some oats from other contracts. We may even have to wait until next year, depending on how many we get in total. I've emptied about 18,000 litres into the silo, but the harvester is way over halfway done. So I don't think I'm going to get my 41,000 there. Now, where am I going to put these red beets? I think they're going to have to go in this second silo, in this second bay here that's empty right now. I think I'm going to have to get our forklift out and move all of those pallets out of that third bay, because I do want that second bay for straw bales. Alternatively, straw bales could go facing this way. That might be an idea. Put the beets in there, leave those there, but then we're not going to be able to get to them. Yeah, I'm just trying to find a solution to prevent me from clearing this area, but I'm going to have to do it because these need to be accessible. So let's get them out of the way. Let's put them over here in this little corner, then they can easily be topped up as needed. Shouldn't take too long, but I'll carry on with this. I'll get the beets emptied, and then I'm sure the harvester will need emptying of oats again, and we will continue from there. I'll see you in a bit. Well, I'm not sure who I was trying to fool when I was questioning whether the amount of red beets that we planted would be enough for the 41,000. So far, I've emptied the trailer into the bale warehouse 3 times. It's been almost full every time. So we've got almost somewhere around 100,000 litres, probably around 90,000 so far. We still have a considerable amount of the red beet field left to do, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the red beets. They're not worth that much on their own. I'm not sure that I want to buy any kind of beet processing because I'm not intending on using it going forward, so we'll have to figure that out over the next couple of episodes. In the meantime, we'll go over to the harvester, see what it's up to. There's no more oats up this end to do. I'll just do a quick check down this end. Looks like there may be a tiny strip down here that still needs doing. We'll go check that quickly. Yeah, there's just a little tiny straggly piece which I am going to collect, and then we will head back over to the farm with the oats that we've harvested. It's not 41,000, unfortunately, so that means we're going to have to scavenge some oats. These 2 fields here next to us look like they have oats in them, so we may have to do some contracts. Let's get over to the farm, because I'm not going to do the contracts until we've taken care of the sorghum in our own field. We may even have to leave the contracts until next month. And also I'm going to see exactly how many oats short we are, because if we are too many oats short, we may just have to wait until next year to complete the level of the VIP order that requires oats. We will see. Okay, just emptying the harvester into the trailer so we can empty it into the silo, and then we'll get this harvester started over on the sorghum field, and we'll also take stock of the total oat harvest and see how many we need, and we'll see whether it's worth doing a contract or whether we just need to plant oats next season to complete the VIP order. Okay, let's take stock of how many oats we have in total. So if we look at our prices here, we're missing 5,000 litres of oats. I have to take a look at contracts. How can we get 5,000 litres of oats? Let's go down to our harvesting contracts. Do we have any oats to do? No oats to harvest, which wasn't what I was hoping for. Okay, well, I think we're just going to have to think about how we're going to handle that. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I'm really not sure what I'm going to do about those oats. I'm going to have to wait until next year maybe to try and get some additional. I'm really surprised there aren't any oat harvesting contracts available. It's unfortunate, but oh well. We will continue. Get these emptied. This is the 4th load that we're emptying. Let's make sure we get it in the right place. No idea what we're going to do with these. There's a lot here. Maybe it is worth buying. Let's take a look at our VIP orders. There, level 7. We need 13,000 litres of potato soup. Maybe it is worth buying the vegetable processing plant, because then that can be used for the potato soup in a few levels time. We will see. Let's get this month's harvesting done, and then we can think about a plan for the next few months. Okay, we'll get this emptied. We can just switch off our tractor here and let our harvester continue doing its thing. And in the meantime, we can start collecting the straw from this field. So let's get this lowered and on its way. And we'll go around the headland, and then we'll do the usual of letting the AI worker collect the rest of the straw. Good thing about having this trailed windrower is that the windrowing can be done by an AI worker, whereas the baling can't. So having the windrower on here means the AI worker can actually do them both without us having to worry about it. So that's a handy little hack for any of you who are looking to have an AI worker do your straw bales. Just get a contraption like this that windrows and bales at the same time, and you will be golden. I'll put a link to the trailed windrower in the episode description so you know exactly what to look for. Okay, so we are making some good progress with August's activities. We have just about finished, in fact we have finished, baling the straw from this oat field, and it looks like we have quite a few here. In total, from our 2 barley fields and our oat field, we have 56 bales of straw. So that is going to be a monumental task for our pellet maker come winter time. Trying to think how best to handle that, because that is going to take up a considerable amount of our time and resources, because it is a fairly manual task. However, I do think it's worth doing, because the amount of money we'll make from our straw pellets will be absolutely crazy. So I am going to be feeding all of these straw bales to our pellet machine. Unless, of course, we have a nice supply and deliver contract, which I may entertain, but I still don't think it'll earn us as much money as we will earn from turning all of this into pellets and selling the pellets. I want to fertilize the grass field, because I did notice as I was driving over it earlier that it's missing a level of fertilizer, and I would like to get that done. So let's pick this up. Where can we drop the lime? Guess I'll just drop the lime here for now. Now we'll pick up a pallet of fertilizer, and we'll get that fertilized. I think that should be, maybe that'll be enough. Let's do one more just in case. I don't want to have to come back here and pick up more. I think that'll definitely be enough fertilizer. We'll get over to the grass field and get that fertilized. Don't know what's wrong with our spreader. It seems to have lost its cover. That's okay, I guess. It's not the end of the world. Alright, let's get this fertilized. I don't see this taking too long. Just a quick, hopefully a quick up and down. And that will ensure we get very good grass yield on the next chop, which will of course be in September. So I think I might leave picking up the bales, chopping the grass for September, and then that will give us a nice clear October for harvesting the corn and the sugar beets. Sounds like it might be a good plan. Now we have to find our way out through the forest. That's not how to get out through the forest. That's just called crashing into the tree. I think this can be considered getting out through the forest. There we go. Okay, so let's get over to the farm and we'll get this fertilizer dropped off. Okay, we'll take over from the harvesting of this field. Looks like the worker has done as much as they want to do. We still have a couple of chunks left, but that's okay. We can continue this ourselves, considering we don't have too much else to do. And then we can look to see what else needs completing. Okay, so we have finished harvesting our sorghum field and just emptying the harvester into the grain mill, and we're just on our way back over to the grain mill with the small tractor and trailer that has sorghum in it as well, and we'll see how much sorghum we got in total off of the field. If I remember correctly, is it 38,000 off of the field last year? And I said I would pay attention to how much we got this year with the mulched field, so it'd be interesting to see the difference here. Let's get our trailer here and unloading. Let's see how much we got off of the sorghum field. So if we go to our bakery at the top here, not the bakery, the grain mill, we got 46,000. I actually don't know how much we had last year, to be honest. I'll have to go back through the old episodes and check, but 46,000 off of the field this year. let's start up the flour production. And likewise, let's start up the bread production here. The thing I wanted to check actually was, what can we do about this oat? Yeah, we can't really do anything about it, unfortunately, and I believe this might also be the last month of oats as well. Yeah, so this is the last month of oats. We're going to have to plant some new oats next year to complete that VIP order, which is unfortunate, so that's going to have to wait another year. What's on here? So we have the pallet fork on here, which we don't want. We want the bale spike instead. So we'll go pick up the hay bales off of that field, and that'll put us in a good position for that field come next month. And I think that will be a good place to leave at the month of August. Okay, so we've collected up the bales from the grass field. 8 bales in total, which is not a huge amount, but enough to continue our stockpile for pellet making in winter. And I really should start with that pellet making, because the whole reason I bought the Primos was so that I wasn't rushing to make all the pellets during the month of December when we rented it. So I really should make a start on that. Just seems that we've had an incredibly busy year doing other things this year. Let's get these unloaded. We'll take stock of what we have and what we need to do, and then we'll continue from there. So right now we have, okay, we only have seven hay bales, but we have over 50 straw bales in our fields currently. So we do have a lot of bales to get through, or we are definitely going to have a lot of bales to get through this year. Let's get these unloaded. We'll go back and get the other bales. They're just perfectly situated here outside the entrance. And I think we can just put these here like this, because I don't think we're going to have that many hay bales this season that we're going to need to stack them super neatly. Straw bales are a different story, but hay bales, I think we're probably going to get maybe 16 more for the whole season. It seems like a realistic estimate. Anyways, I think this is a great place to leave this episode. I'm going to finish tidying away. As always, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you are enjoying following along, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and all of that good stuff. And I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Until then, bye for now.